Good day, good friends. Bobo C-Type is here with our first, with Black-White Martyr, and we have our first look at a deck that is still using Lurrus, in spite of the nerfing. I like this hand if this wasn't a Lurrus deck. As it is, it's a little vulnerable to Thoughtseize, but I guess it's not super vulnerable to Inquisition, seeing as they can't Inquisition. I am on the draw. Let's try it. Famous last words. Yeah, we will do our best with it. They start with an Inspiring Vantage, so it is burn. Goblin Guide is not what we needed to see. We are doing more than well enough with lands. We reveal an Orzhov Charm. And I'm sure they have no idea what we're on now. We start with our fetch, and we will not crack it right away. It would be very good for us if they were stuck on one land. That would be excellent. We reveal Heliod. They are not stuck on one land. Sacred Foundry into Eidolon. We are going to have to path that pretty quickly here. I think we can still shock in put our Godless Shrine into play tapped and then go Plains. We do draw a Ghost Quarter. And yeah, I think it's just really necessary to path that right now. It's going to take us a while to get where we want to be with lands. We could be dead here. They have 3 cards left, plus a Goblin Guide. They do hit a land and a Swift Spear. And then Lightning Helix gets them down to 10. Gets us down to 10 and then up to 20 after the fetch. And Skewer the Critics. So we are going to be down to 2 after this. So if we top deck Martyr, we win. If we don't top deck Martyr, we lose. Serra Ascendant for us doesn't really do much of anything. The only thing we can do here is play this and hope they draw a land. That's our only hope here. And they don't draw a land. So burn. Always a bummer to pump one against burn, but a good matchup nonetheless. As long as we draw well, we're in good shape. We'll bring in the Purges in the Kambal. And yeah, I think... I guess I'm not huge on Winds of Abandon and straight burn, so I'll leave one out and cut a Cleansing Nova. From there, we'll cut Kami as well as Weathered Wayfarer. And I guess Crucible's not great either. Let's get rid of that. And from here, all we have to do is keep a hand that allows us to gain more life than that hand did. We are on the play, so if they have a slower hand, we get there. I'm going to try it. I'm going to mull it. Let's play safe since we already lost one. The hand's not much better here, but it does have a Kambal we can eventually work ourselves to. Unfortunately, though, we may have to go down here. Yeah, let's see what the 5 is, and that's fine, if I'm being honest. It doesn't have a white source, which is a bummer, but if they go guide, we're fine. I think I overthought that one a little bit. Feel free in the comments to tell me if, you can roast me if I should have kept that first hand. It was a very fine hand, but I didn't want to risk it. Bauble for our opponent. into a Mesa. Would love to see a Goblin Guide that shows us a Plains here. Riftbolt. Field of Ruin works if they play a white source here. Riftbolt hits us for 3. And there's the white source we need for the Riftbolt to work, for the Field of Ruin to work. Ranger Cap for us. So we'll get that Inspiring Vantage out here right away, though that does allow them to Boros Charm us and then cast another spell, which is a little rough. But if they can't kill us on this one, we get to gain a bunch of life. They don't cast another spell. There's the Goblin Guide, so we're safe to... and double Goblin Guide. Would love to see land. We're safe to Martyr here, though. Wrath of God is the reveal. So we will play a Martyr and sack a Martyr right away to undo all of their damage and get them down to 12 with paths. With path backup here, that should be fine. Get them down to 2 cards. They shock that in my mind, to play Lurrus. So if Goblin Guide reveals a white source here, we just Wrath. That's what I'm talking about. And then Sorin will be the next draw, so we can just run away with this one by recurring Martyrs. I will shock this in. For the 3-for-1. They crack Bauble. So they'll have 4 cards and 4 lands on their upkeep. If we get a land, we can Sorin to bring back Martyr. Sunbaked Canyon for our opponent. They crack it right away. Suspend a Riftbolt and pass. Would love to see a land off the top. We do see a land off the top. And we will grab that Martyr out of the graveyard. And as soon as they tap away from Skullcrack mana, we will pop that Martyr. Let's see if they point that Riftbolt at Martyr and then Skullcrack us. They pointed at us, getting us down to 12. Vantage for our opponent. And I'm going to wait to crack. And what we'll do here is we will play Ranger Cap, holding up 1 mana, go get another Martyr, attack, and then crack Ranger Cap. So they can't Skullcrack us. That seems correct. Yeah, we can actually do that twice. And gain a bunch of life from it. So let's go to attacks. Let's get our 1 lifelink point in. See if we get them to spend a card. And we will activate. I'm actually not going to lose my Ranger Cap here. If they have a Skullcrack, then we don't gain a ton. Yeah, I guess I have the Martyr, so I have another Martyr, so it's not a big deal to lose to the Skullcrack. Oh no, because now I can't. Okay. That's fine, though. That is fine. Because now we just do... Now we recur with Sorin. Let's crack this. Get a basic. And then recur it with Sorin. They can bolt it, but then they're down to 1 card in hand, and they have to deal 9 damage with a Ranger lifelink. Let's see what you got. And that should do it here. Especially after drawing that Ranger of Eos. I don't even need to... I'm going to uptick Sorin here. And play a Ranger of Eos. Go get a Martyr and a Ballista. And they concede to that. Yeah, if they didn't have the Skull Crack, the double Skull Crack, there was really not much they could do. That was on a mold of 5. Earlier in these games, we lost to Prowess on a mold of 5. So very happy about that. Hopefully we see a better hand here. Martyrs in the opening hand are what we're looking for, usually. This is... I'm going to keep it. We have ways to answer their stuff. I think mulling down so aggressively is how we lose this one. Swift Spear for opponent. We'll start with a Mistveil Plains and pass. Gives us the ability to purge aggressively if we need to. And we will need to, it looks like. Yeah, I don't think we can survive that. I am going... Now, the question is, do we get a black source so we can cast Orzhov Charms, or do we get a white source to guarantee Ranger Cap? I think we get a white source to guarantee Ranger Cap. Ranger Cap is way more important to us than... Ranger Cap is how we win. Orzhov Charm continues to win. Like, we need to draw the Martyr for the Orzhov Charm to be relevant. For lack of a better way to describe it. We do not mind our opponent continuing to draw lands. Rift Bolt. We don't get the land for Ranger, unfortunately. But we can cast a Serra Ascendant here. And they're coming very aggressively for the Serras for us. 2 cards left in their hand. They do get a Rift Bolt here. If they just can go bolt, 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 we lose. Even then, even if they can't go bolt, 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 we kind of lose. Skewer the critics. We will absolutely block that and get up to 6 and hope to draw a Martyr here. That's kind of our only hope. Is the land for Ranger Cap or the Martyr. Oof. I guess if they had us, they would have already done it. Yeah, I think that's how we have to do it. Let's set a stop on their upkeep. This is kind of our only out here, unfortunately. Now the question becomes, do we crack it? Yeah, I think we gotta. But they can just kill us and yeah, we're dead. We're just dead. We needed a martyr a lot sooner. They might just kill us now. They bolt us down to 1. Literally any draw gets them there. Oh no, they get there just from Swift Spear. Yep. Okay. Embarrassing. We lost a burn. Big sad. Yeah, Mold and Martyr. I need to. I don't know how many times I have to lose to burn to learn that lesson.